Students?
Morning, teacher.
How are you doing?
We are good, teacher.
That's good. Okay. I'm going to take you through art and design in the new curriculum. I'm called the Tr Semuwemba Henry, who is today's teacher. Now, art and design is one of the subjects that we are going to study in senior 1. You may feel as if it is among the seen, but in reality, fine art is not new, because we have been seeing it wherever we go. Art is everywhere. Where we go, where we move in the streets, the books we read, the television sets we watch, the films, art is everywhere. So it's not a new thing. It may be a new subject, but it's not new in our life. Now, let us look at the term fine art. What does it really mean? How do we understand this term fine art? Fine art, we can say that is the visual means of conveying a message, or it's a human skill of creating beauty through painting, designing, etc. I repeat, we can say that fine art is the visual means of conveying message, or it's a human skill of creating beauty through painting, designing, etc. So here we mean that art is like a language. Fine art is like a language, but it is a visual language which we use to pass information, to pass a message. Okay? It is a visual language. We use it to communicate. So we use different skills to pass this information or message. So fine art allows students to express, represent, and communicate emotions, moods, ideas, experiences, thoughts, and feelings. All right? So we use fine art to pass out or to show what we feel, to show the ideas that we want, all right? The ideas that we have, the experiences that we have gone through. So we can use fine art to show them through, we can make a paint, we can draw a picture, we can design certain things, all right? We can write and design a message to show our feelings, to show the emotions, to show the moods that we are in, the ideas that we have. We can use fine art. We can design words, we can draw pictures, we can paint pictures to bring out the feelings that we have. So this is a visual kind of communication. Visual comes from seeing, something that you can use for others to see without talking, all right? So that is what fine art is all about. Visual communication. We use words, we use letters, we use pictures, or we can even use both to pass that visual communication to our friends. Now, what about designing? What is designing? Because the subject is called art and design. What is designing? But before we go to designing, let me take you back a little. We still look at art. We can also say that art, as a word, art, is a skillful way of doing something. The word art, you can underline that, the word art, a skillful way of doing something. It's not only, the word art is not applied only in fine art or in conveying messages or information, the word art, but it's all about the skills that we apply to do certain things, the skills. That's why we use particular skills to design information. We use the skills, particular skills, to draw pictures, all right? Outside the drawing, painting, and designing, where do we find the art? Where do we find those skills? I believe some of you have seen a football player called Lionel Messi. Do we know Messi? Lionel Messi. Messi.
Yes.
Have you seen
Now
Messi?
PSG.
Yes, please.
Is now in PSG.
Very good. Lionel Messi is in PSG. Now, this player is very talented. He used great skills to play football. The way he plays football, you may think that football is very easy. You may think that you can also play football because he simplifies things. The way he moves, the way he dribbles, you may think that football is very, very easy. So we can say that this man has great skills. So we can say that he has the art of playing football because he has skills. He uses skills. So let us underline that word, skill. Okay? Skill. The moment you use skills, you apply skills to do a particular thing, you are already an artist. All right? We have musicians, they use skills to compose music, their music. All right? That's why we call those musicians artists, because they apply skills. So art is everywhere. Now, let us go to designing, because the subject we are looking at is called art and design. So designing is all about to create, construct, or execute according to plan. Designing in art is an outline, sketch, or plan. Now, who can tell us, how do you understand designing? In your own understanding, how do you understand designing? How do you understand designing? Yes, Waninda?
Designing is like to express your emotions, to create some.
One is emotions. Good. Yes, Bugirwa Smith.
To make a drawing beautiful and admirable.
Yes, please come again.
To make a drawing beautiful and admirable.
You're not so clear. Come again, please. Miss?
To make a drawing beautiful and admirable.
You're not clear. You're not. Yes?
To make a drawing beautiful and admirable.
To make something look admirable. Okay, good. Waninda, your hand is still up. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we are saying that designing in art is an outline, sketch, or plan. As we shall see, when you are going to draw something, you make a plan somewhere. Then you build on that plan to make a complete artwork. So we call that one designing. Now, why do we study art? Because we have seen what art is all about. Then let's see, why do we study art? Why do you think studying art is important? Why do you think studying art is important? Am I still clear?
Yes. There is Nicole.
Okay.
It's a source of employment and income.
Come again.
It is a source of employment and income.
Source of employment and income, very good. Yes. Why do you think it is important for us to study art? Yes, Isabella?
It helps you to boost the skill you have in art and designing.
Helps us to boost the skills we have in art and design. Yes, thank you. Yes, Joel?
It helps us to entertain others.
To entertain others, very good. Helps us to entertain others. Yes, art helps us to entertain others. Helps us to entertain others. Okay. Let's continue. Now, studying art helps us to develop our creative power or talents. Because if you don't study art, you cannot discover your talents. Each one of you has different talents, but without studying art, nobody will ever know that you have that particular talent. So by studying art, we shall discover the different talents that we have. Definitely, it is a source of employment and income. It also helps in coordinating other subjects. Excuse me. For example, in science, you used to draw diagrams, different diagrams. In geography, you draw maps. So it coordinates other subjects, as we will see, geography, biology, etc. Then it trains us to be resourceful to the environment, which we can use. We use the environment, materials from environment like papyrus, fiber, sisal, clay, etc. to make different crafts. So that is why we study art. Definitely, you are seeing that, understanding the importance of studying art. Who can tell us what are those pictures we are seeing? Yes, please.
Ceramic,
Yes,
ceramics,
the what?
ceramics.
Ceramics.
Ceramic.
What are ceramics?
They are things you made using clay.
They are items produced from clay. Yes. Now, the ceramics that we are seeing, those are part of art. We use clay to make such items. Okay? Okay. What are the careers involved in art? When you study art, what can you do in the future? After studying art, what do you think you can do in the future? Yes, Nicole?
An art teacher.
An art teacher, thank you. Peter?
I can be a fashion designer.
Fashion designer, very good. Joel? Yes, Joel?
You can be a graphics designer.
Graphic designer, very good. Any other idea? Joel, the hand is still up. Yes, Abigail?
You can become a photographer.
A photographer, very good. Joel?
You can become an artist, a
An
painter.
artist and a painter, very good. Peter?
I can become a screen printer.
Screen printer, very good. Screen printer. What else? What else?
A potter.
A hand.
Can become an architecture.
Come again.
You can become a model.
A model. Good. Another one. Become a
Can
model.
become an animator.
Come again.
You can become an animator.
Can you explain more about that? That you understand it?
Animator, yeah?
Mm.
An animator
Mm.
is a person who helps in filming a sequence of drawings or position of models to give the appearance of movement.
Very good. Cartoons, the cartoons that we watch on our screens, cartoons are made by animators. Very, very good. Another one. Yes, please. Isabella. Isabella,
Yes.
Teacher, which
your hand
one?
is up.
Oh, you can become a potter.
A porter. Good. Okot.
You can become a cartoonist.
A cartoonist. Very good. Joel.
You can become a sculptor.
A sculptor. Who is a sculptor? Who is a sculptor? Yes,
A
Joel.
sculptor is like a person who makes statues out of wood. They sculpt the wood to form a statue.
Yes, a sculptor. Yes, please. Very good. Any other idea? We are looking at careers involved in art. So to remind you about art, as you move along the streets, there are pictures, there are billboards, there are writings on walls, on shops, drawings, and even different pictures. Who does such work? As you move along the streets in Kampala, there are writings, pictures, billboards, and other writings on shops, okay? Who does such work? Any idea? Okay, that one is yes, please. Philip,
Painter.
come again.
A painter.
A painter, yes, a painter. Then Joel,
An architect.
an architect. Okay, Marion, good.
Designer.
A designer, yes. Isabella,
Street artist.
come again.
Street artist.
Street artists, yes. Yes, another hand. Abigail,
I think they are called engravers.
engravers. Okay, engravers, another one. Engravers. Okay, so whatever we see along the streets, the huge billboards, beautiful writings around different shops, the posters on different walls, that work is done, all that work is done by a graphic designer. That one is part of graphics, as we shall see. That is what we call graphics. So art is everywhere. Different pictures we see for advertisements on TVs, different writings, pictures, that is part of art. So art is everywhere. The patterns we see in our shirts, the bitenges, bed sheets, curtains, that's all part of art. When you go in the bookshop, there are different textbooks, novels, and other types of books. They have covers. The covers were designed by graphic designers. So that is all part of art. What do you think that work is all about? What is what is that all about? Yes. Philip?
It's all about designing.
Designing. And what is this? What is it?
It is an invitation letter, a wedding invitation.
Wedding invitation. Yes, another one. Another one. Which kind of person made such a work?
Graphic designer.
A graphic designer. Thank you. A graphic designer. Who can read it for us? What we are seeing, what is that? Yes, Isabella.
Calligraphic writing. Happy anniversary to the love of my life.
Yes. Now, calligraphic design, that is a writing we use to produce such a beautiful work. So it's also part of graphics in art. Okay, those beautiful, calligraphy means beautiful writing. So when you study art, you will be able to write such a beautiful writing like we are seeing here. Okay. We are seeing that picture. and you have seen it before, I think. Do we see any art inside that picture? And if so, which art is that? Which type of art is there? Yes, Philip?
The shield.
A shield, very good. A shield. Another one. Do we see any art inside that picture? Isabella?
The tent.
The tent, yes, there is some art on the tent. Abigail?
Also, the way they are dressing, I think the back cloth, yes.
The back cross, yes. Another one? Yes, yes. Marion?
I'm seeing some trees.
Do we see any art inside that picture? Do you see Giovanna?
There is art in their attires.
There is art in their attires. Very good. Do we see the walking stick?
Yes.
Yes.
The patterns in the walking stick. Don't you think that that is designing?
Yes.
Is it natural?
No.
Yes, it was designed. So there is a lot of art there. Another one. Do you see the ribbon?
Yes.
You see ribbon is there. Ribbon is.
Yes.
Look at this man near a tree.
Yes, so we are seeing them.
Don't you think that there are some designs on that ribbon? Patterns?
Yes.
So that is all art. That is all art. What are we seeing here?
I think children and
What is happening in the picture? Yes, Philip?
Two boys are helping an old man up and two more other boys are walking away while laughing.
Yes. Do we get a message behind this picture? Do we get any message behind this picture? Yes. Marion?
Behind the picture, I'm seeing some green grass.
Come again?
Behind the picture, I'm seeing some green grass.
Okay, some green grass, yes. What is the message behind this drawing? The message behind this drawing? Yes, miss.
Teacher,
The
excuse
message
me,
behind.
teacher.
Yes, please. Yes, Miss.
I think these pictures were drawn by. I think these pictures were drawn by the one who studied.
Yes, come again. You have lost that one. Yes, I can see another hand. Yes, please go on. It's another hand. Yes, please go on. What do you think the picture is all about? If you remember as you were defining art. Yes, Marion?
The picture is all about painting.
Painting. Yes. It was produced by a painter. Do we get any message in this picture? Yes, Philip?
We learn to be helpful.
Yes. Okay. It is, okay, another one. Smith?
I think it is conveying a message of a man who had an accident.
Very good. We said that through fine art, we convey messages, okay? A message of an accident, okay? Bicycle accident, and the children are trying to help an old man, all right? So the whole message is all about an accident. It is an accident, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, let us look at the chapters we shall cover in senior 1. We shall look at the appreciation of art and design. We shall study graphic design. We shall also look at the decorative arts.
Teacher.
We shall look at, yes, please.
Are we also going to design our own art, or are we just going to study?
Yes, we shall design our own art. We shall participate in doing this art.
Okay.
Yes, please. We shall look at the study of decorative arts, the study of fabric arts, and the print making. We shall also look at the three-dimensional art. We shall look at integrated crafts projects, then the study of theory. Now, appreciation of art and design. We shall look at its introduction, appreciation of art and design. How do we appreciate artwork and design? So we shall look at the introduction. We shall look at understanding the importance of studying art. We look at a few of them, importances of studying art, but in details, we shall look at the importances of studying art. Then we shall also get familiar with our natural environment. How do we use the natural environment to produce artwork? Then chapter 2, is all about exploring space, line, and shape. In this chapter, we shall look at the elements of art. We shall look at these elements as the visual tools that the artist uses to create a composition. Okay, so the elements we shall study about shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. So the shapes shall be looking at. Those are some of the shapes we are talking about. First one is a circle, oval, triangle, and so on. Then we shall also identify elements of art as line. How do we use a line to create an artwork or to build the shape? How do we use lines to create shape or form? Okay, these are the building elements or building blocks when we are formulating, when we are making an artwork. So these are the things that we use to build an artwork. So line, shape or form, and space, texture and surface quality, then color. We shall study all about these ones, these elements. Then the principles. These are just guidelines, okay? We are being guided. As we are using the elements, lines, we are being guided. Principles of art are guidelines. They guide us, okay? When we are formulating, when we are drawing, when we are designing any artwork. So we shall look at the introduction. Then these are the principles: balance, contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, rhythm, is used, how each one guides us when we are designing, when we are painting, when we are drawing. Exploring the natural environment as chapter 3. In this chapter, we shall look at its introduction, then getting familiar with our environment. Then still in this chapter, we shall look at drawing from what we see, okay? That is drawing from observation. Then what is the contribution of natural environment in the visual art? We shall be looking at that. Okay, what do we see in these pictures? What do we see in these pictures? Can we all see the pictures?
Yes.
Okay, what do we see? Yes, Abigail.
Plants.
Plants. Yes, Philip.
Trees.
Trees. Yes. Trees. Ivana?
I can see a banana plant.
A banana plant. Yes. Banana plant. And say hand. Yes, please.
I can see the sky.
Yes, the sky.
Leaves.
Yes, please. Okay. How do we use the item that we are seeing in art? How do we use these plants that we are seeing in art? How do we use trees in art? Yes, Joel?
Teacher, like I talked about the careers, the sculptors, they use trees to make statues. So you can cut down a tree and use it. You sculpt it to form something.
Yes, sculptures. Very, very, very good. We use trees to make sculptures. Another one? Giovanna?
You can use it as a specimen for drawing.
Come again?
You can use it as a specimen for drawing and artwork.
Yes, you can use that. You can use it as a specimen for drawing an artwork. Very good.
Excuse me, sir.
How about this? Yes, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Teacher, if someone says it helps an artist to calm down his mind, in order to create better art.
Come again, you're not clear.
Teacher, if someone says it helps to relax an artist's mind in order to create better art.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Then how about the banana plant that we are seeing? How do we use part of it to create an artwork? Because it is part of the raw materials. Okay, have you ever seen a mat?
Yes, sir.
All right. So a mat is made from the plant that we are seeing behind the banana plant. Okay?
Yes.
That is the raw material for making mats. Okay? Do we see any art in this picture? Look at the picture.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you see any art there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which type of art? Giovanna?
There is art in the way they are dressed.
There is art in the way they are dressed. Very good. Mm-hmm. Because now the topic here is the use of nature in art making. Okay. How was nature used in the making of this art? Do you see drums there?
Yes.
Do we see drums there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How are they made? What are the raw materials? When you want to make a drum, which materials do we use? Yes, please. We use
Animal
wood.
skin.
We use wood and skins. Okay. Do you see the drums?
Yes.
So we use
Yes.
wood, and wood is part of wood. nature. Okay, let us look at the branches of art. Who can read it for us? So we are looking at the branches of art. Who can read for us? Yes, Jovena.
Branches of art.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing, painting, sculpture, textile and printmaking.
Yes.
Graphics, craft, and pottery.
And pottery. Thank you. Drawing and painting, sculpture, textile, and the printmaking, graphics, crafts. So these are the branches of art. These are some of the branches of art that we shall look at. Do we see any art there in that picture?
Yeah.
Where is art in this picture? Do we see any art in this picture?
Yes.
Yes, where is it?
In the graphics designing.
The graphic design, yes.
The name of the person.
The name of the person. Yes, we are seeing lettering. We are seeing the colors used. Okay, so political posters are designed by graphic designer. So that is all art. Okay, look at that. What is it for?
Colgate.
Is it Colgate?
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
Toothpaste.
What is that we are seeing?
Brush up toothpaste.
Yes. These are labels and the packages. Okay, these are the things that we use in our daily life, and they were produced by graphic designers. They were produced by artists. All right. So that is art in our daily life. So I want us, if you get time, you try to reproduce this. Okay. And by practicing, you will be learning. Okay, you try to reproduce what you see. Now, who can read for us the title for this picture or pictures?
Human figure drawing.
Human figure drawing. What type of pictures are we seeing?
Human figure
are we seeing? Yes, please. Yes, Joel.
A hand-drawn picture.
Hand-drawn picture. Yes, very good. What are they doing? What are they doing? Yes, Joel.
The man is supporting his head using the hand, and the woman is seated on a chair.
On a chair. Yes, the woman is seated on the chair. Yes, I can see another hand. Okay, this work is about human figure drawing. So it is a type of drawing where you get somebody to sit before you and you try to draw what you see. It's called a human figure drawing. It was drawn using a pencil. So we shall be looking at that. Anybody can do this. This is part of art. So we shall look at that. Drawing and the shading. This is the drawing from observation. Drawing from seeing. Somebody poses there, then you try to produce that person on a piece of paper. That one is also part of art. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Who can read it for us?
Showing what you see.
Drawing from what you see. Drawing what you see. What do you see in this picture?
Kettle, a cup.
What do you see in this picture?
Check and sucker.
Yes, please.
Check and sucker.
You can see a cup. Yes, Abigail.
There's also a kettle.
A pedal. Yes.
Of bread.
Yes, Marion.
I can see a banana.
A what?
I can see a banana.
Yes, very good. Banana.
And a cupcake.
A what?
A cupcake.
I can see a cup.
Yes. Okay, this one is also part of art. There are some objects that you put together and you try to draw using a pencil. So you shall also be looking at this. It's part of drawing from observation. Who can read for us? The heading?
Graphic work.
Graphic work. In this graphic work, what do we see? In this
We
graphic
see
work,
a school badge.
yes. And inside this badge, what do we see?
A drum.
A drum.
Yes.
Drumming sticks.
Yes.
Yeah, drumming.
A hole. Color. Different
Uh-huh.
The
colors.
spade.
Very good. Then the other side, that one is a log, a logo.
An industry company.
Yes, please. Now, after the badge, let us look at a logo. Okay?
Yes.
Who can
We are
read?
precious. We are
Yes,
white
please.
and yeah, we are.
Who can read for us? Down the logo. The words down the logo. Yes, Abigail.
Says Ngege Fillet Industry.
Okay. So that one is a logo. Are you seeing letter N in that logo? How many letters do we see in that logo?
Three.
What are they?
N.
F, and I.
And the I. So N stands for
Ngege.
Ngege, then F,
Fillet.
fillet, then I,
Industry.
industry. So we pick initials for Ngege Fillet Industry to design a logo. So the initials are three, N, F, and I. Is that okay?
Yes.
So we shall also use our initials to design our own logos, okay?
Yes.
Our initials to design our own logos.
Logo.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Each one of you should use his or her own initials to produce a logo. Who can read it for us?
Me.
Yes, please.
Drawing from nature.
Yes, drawing from nature. What type of drawings are these? What do we see in the drawings? What are they all about? Look at them critically. Yes, Joel?
They are about nature.
About nature. Abigail?
First one, I think it's from a pottery.
Yes, please.
The first one is from a pottery.
Yes, very good. Another one? Another one? Another one? Okay, another is part of jackfruits. Okay, the top of these jackfruits, they're supposed to be three. Okay, they are top. Is that okay? And a few leaves. That one is part of drawing from observation, and it is from nature. So you shall be looking at how these items can be drawn. Each one of you can simply draw them, and even better than that. Then, of course, after that, we shall look at the introduction to graphics design, graphic design. Introduction, graphic design includes logos, monograms, signs and billboards, labels, packages, advertisements, and posters, etc. Then she also look at uses of fonts and illustration in graphics, importance of letter fonts, and using basic elements to design the poster. Okay, we have of course seen how the graphic work looks like. So we shall look at the introduction, and then we shall also try to look at how logos, monograms are designed. That is part of what is expected in graphics. Okay. Who can read it for us? Who can read it for us?
Multimedia.
Multimedia, mosaic,
Yes, please.
college, introduction, college techniques,
Multimedia,
understanding the concept of
mosaic,
making a college.
Okay. Okay. Multimedia. This one is collage. It's collage, part of practical artwork. Then we shall look at the techniques, how collage is made. Okay. Okay. How collage is made, and even mosaic. These are crafts. Okay, crafts. This is a mosaic. Okay. That is how it looks like. That is a mosaic piece of artwork. Was produced using different shapes and the color. Okay. Then, of course, after that, we shall also look at fabric decoration and the printmaking. Okay. Introduction, what is the motif? Because we use motifs to produce designs, motifs. Then motif designing, how do we design a motif? Because we shall be using motifs to produce a print. Then a print making from nature. Now, that's what we call printing. Okay, printing. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you admire the designs? How many colors?
Yes.
Can you see? How many colors can you see? Type of printing.
3. 3 colors.
3
So
colors.
many.
4 colors.
Yes.
4 colors. So in art, we produce fabric decoration. We call it printing using hands. Okay. This one is possible. We can also produce a work even better than that when you study art. Is that okay? You can use this one for
Yes.
a shirt, a curtain, a bed sheet, and even other things. Yes, introduction to pottery. We shall look at pottery, the making of pots and ceramics. Then understanding clay, because we use clay to make pots. Discovering clay as a natural material. From here, we shall first look at how clay is prepared. Then after the preparation, we shall practically look at how pots are made. Do you see those pictures?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You see the pictures?
Yes.
Yes, what are they all about?
Making a
Stages
pinch
of
pot.
making pots.
Yes. The first one is how you handle the clay. The second one, you are pinching the clay. The third one, you are improving on the pinched clay. Then the fourth one, you are putting on a coil, okay, trying to build the shape, okay? We shall look at that in art, practically, okay?
Yeah.
So these are finished pieces, okay? You started them like you have seen, then these are part of the finished clay work. Who can read for us?
Me.
Yes, please.
Crafts from the natural.
Yes, please.
Crafts from the natural environment. Basketry.
Basketry 1.
Introduction.
Yes.
Materials for weaving, in brackets, discovering fiber arts. Weaving techniques, making woven articles, cleaning the workplace.
Yes, please.
The working place.
Very good. Very good. Now, these are some of the raw materials we use to make the baskets, okay? They are got from banana plants, the stems, okay? Dried stems. These are called the fibers, okay? So those are some of the raw materials that we use when we are making those products. What is that?
Baskets.
A basket.
What is it?
A basket.
A basket. So a basket can be got from the materials that we have seen, okay? The materials that we have seen, natural materials that we have seen. You can get a basket from a banana plant, okay? Banana materials, you dry them, then you start making a basket like that. Who can read it for us? Who can read it for us? Yes, please. Can see.
Prehistoric rock art of the Paleolithic periods.
Paleolithic periods. Yes.
Introduction.
Yes, Christine, you can read the rest. Yes, Christine, your hand is up.
Prehistoric rock art of the Paleolithic
periods. Yes, continue.
Introduction. Prehistoric art styles.
Yes.
The prehistoric art periods. Neolithic art styles.
Very good. So we shall be looking at where art started from, okay? The people we call primitive people, how did they draw their artwork, okay? So we shall look at the history of art, okay? In particular, history of art, where did it come from? So we shall be looking at that. If we continue with the subject we call art. Who can read for us? Probably the last chapter.
Ancient Egypt art. Introduction.
Yes, please. Yes.
Ancient Egypt art.
Okay.
Introduction.
Ancient Egyptian art.
Introduction.
Yes, please. Ancient Egyptian architecture.
Egyptian architecture. Ancient Egyptian paintings.
Yes.
Ancient Egyptian technological
very good.
And cultural development.
Very, very, very good. Yes, we should also look at the Egyptian art, okay? Because in Africa, it is believed that civilization started from Egypt. So for them, they started their art some time back. So we shall look at their art, their type of art. Which type of art did they produce? That is part of the work. The ancient, okay? The old, the people who lived in Egypt many centuries ago. This is what they managed to produce. This is the type of work these people were producing, okay? The old Egyptians used to produce such work. So how about us? At this generation, we can produce better work. When you look at such a work produced by ancient Egyptians, for them they had no computers, but they managed to produce such work. Can't you admire such work?
Yes.
Yes. So it was produced by people who lived in Egypt many centuries ago. So how about us? We can produce better work as long as we are guided by our teachers. What is that?
An ancient Egyptian pyramid.
And what is a pyramid?
Pyramid is a structure with 4 sides.
Okay. Now, in Egypt, these pyramids were used as burial grounds for the Egyptian kings. The kings were called pharaohs, okay? This is where the Egyptians used to bury their kings, okay? So that is also part of art, Egyptian art. Then we shall also look at ways of learning art and design in the new curriculum. That's how we are going to do our work or to study our art in the new curriculum. Then of assessment, we shall look at assessment in future. How are we assessed in art and the design? Okay. The end of cycle, I see here 4. That is what we shall be working for, 80%. Is your neighbor assessment. Then down here, the work we shall be producing from senior 1 will contribute part of it, 10%, the coursework. Then the project work, it will be 10%. So when you add 10 to 10, that is 20. Then 20 and 80, that is 100. That is how we are going to be assessed. Then that one, we shall look at it in detailed form, maybe next time. Just like other subjects, that is how we are going to be categorized. Okay, the best student will be seen as a competent, 3 scores, moderate 2, best learner 1. Then activity. Who can read it for us? The activity.
Draw what you see. Drawing from observation. Draw a boy standing wearing a pair of shorts without a shirt.
Yes. This is the activity that we are going to do. Drawing from observation, we are going to draw a boy standing wearing a pair of shorts and without a shirt. Okay? Just draw anything. Draw how you see it. Okay? Don't fear to draw. Draw anything. We shall accept any work. So, thanks for attending the lesson. Thank you so much. You have been good learners, good listeners, and you have fully participated in the lesson. I want to thank you so much, and I want to thank the senior1.org. For questions and all inquiries, you will find me on that email address, and the contact number is that. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you.
Bless you too.